Nara earphone wonu kanawa
Oh,
ofa
the
ear
one
kanawa
with...
wonu.
Oh, yeah, hey look. You got caught by slavers. I thought you would. Where's your daughter? Is she still alive? I know you. I saw you at Tian's Landing. I'm Yong Yifeng. Do you remember me? My daughter and I left town to try our luck in the wilderness. Yeah, and I told you not to do it. Remember that? I remember that. Your plan didn't work out too well.
Ukir nekbo sise
We didn't
sayer
get far outside the town
wosayer
before a flyer landed
nifuya.
right in front of us. These pirates dragged us inside and brought us here to sell the slaves. Yeah, I surmised as much.
Sayer yo
They
wuya
took
ye
Fuyao,
ni
my daughter.
tataki
They
ni
took her to the upper
sasakika.
levels. I can't leave without her. Please, you have to find Fuyao. A bunch of pirate men have your daughter upstairs. Do I need to spell out what's happening to her right now? Don't worry, I'll find her for you. I can't guarantee that she'll be alive.
Akwakwak wo
The
sosonia
slave
sono
breaker
kone
took her.
si
Please
sayer
don't let him hurt my
nawakuk.
Fuyao. Please find my daughter and bring her back to me. I told you not to go to the wilderness. You went out into the wilderness, and now your daughter is with the slave breaker. Fascinating. Fascinating story, lady. Is there loot? Is there loot? Why is there... What is this? Is that a battering ram? Why is this thing here? Oh, there's the platform up there with the lever. Which I can't actually get up there. This is not loot. Oh, here we go, bones. There's $45 just sitting in the bones. And, nobody cared. Is that... Why is there fire in the ground? Oh, are those cooked people? Are those living? Or... No, those are dead people, those are the bones. So this is where you cook people. Let's go upstairs. Hey, monkey! There's monkeys. The camera movement is really amateur. The camera, like, I don't know if you're familiar with camera work. What you usually want to do is to keep the camera mostly as still as possible. You don't want to move the camera around too much because it becomes really disorienting when you move the camera too much. So most camera work really is figuring out how to show everything you need to show without moving the camera too much. Like with camera work, often less is more. And yeah, all right, let's go in. All right, that's a really
Be careful in
11.
here. This could be a trap.
You think so? You think it could be a trap? Maybe there's enemies in here. What's in the chest? Oh, focus evade, amazing, with $73. So now we are on massive wooden platforms on weird thin rocks. Whoever made this part of the game did not study geography or geology. Rocks don't do this. Rocks literally do not do this. Because gravity. Those mountains don't look anything like mountains. Whoever made this part of the game doesn't know anything about geology. It's interesting though, like as we go into different parts of the game, some parts look better than others. This looks ridiculous. Ridiculously amateur. Those mountains, like these rocks. Whereas the last part, the forest, looked really good. It's like, is it different people? Are there different people working on different parts of the game? And there's monkeys. Let's see, there's people inside. Alright. This camera work as well. I mean, that's kind of okay. Oh wow, there she is.
Mistress, I am almost ready to return to the Imperial City. Another day, and I will bring you the amulet fragment.
I lose confidence in you with each passing hour, Lim. You should have been back by now. Why haven't you ordered Gao to grant you one of his flyers?
Mistress, Gao's ships are only small flyers. They're good for short-range flights and raiding villages, but not for long journeys. That's why I haven't returned yet.
Don't try to pin your failings on me, Lim. I've delivered everything I promised. It's only a matter of time until I finish the special dragonfly to transport the artifact to the Imperial City.
Until you finish? I designed that dragonfly. I built it, not Gao. That dragonfly is Kang's masterpiece.
Silence the mad fool.
I've heard rumors of a spy disrupting our operations in the South Lim. Maybe this is all too much for you to handle. Perhaps I should come out there personally.
Perhaps you should.
That will not be necessary, Mistress. I will deal with the troublemaker here and return to the Imperial City in one day.
The slapping.
You heard, Mistress Jia. I can't waste any more time here. Get that flyer finished now.
Jia is not my mistress, Lim, and I don't take orders from you either. Remember, if not for my son, you would never have discovered where the glorious strategist was hiding.
I am well aware of your son's role in all this, Gao. In fact, I suspect I know more about him than you do.
What are you talking about? Have you heard something about young Gao? Tell me!
Of course, Gao. I was just waiting for the perfect time to tell you. I received a report from the destruction of 2 rivers. Your son, Gao the Lesser, is dead.
No! This can't be! You lie!
No, he's telling the truth.
I speak the truth. It seems your son was no match for one of the other students. From the condition of his body, it sounds like he died quite painfully.
No! Young Gao was everything to me. Damn you and your black heart, Lim. Damn you! I want to be alone. I must grieve for my son. No one is to disturb me. No one.
If
Alright.
I can get to the Imperial City fast enough, I can give the amulet fragment to Death's Hand himself. Then Grand Inquisitor Jia may be in for a surprise. We shall see. You may have your workshop back, Mad One. I suspect Gao will be preoccupied for some time, so I'm in charge now. I suggest you finish your dragonfly today.
More slapping. More slapping.
Interruptions. Who designed that dragonfly? Did you build something to make his sandals explode?
More slapping. Okay, no more slapping. Alright, so I guess they're all desperate to betray each other at the first possible moment. Alright, let's walk in there and kill them, shall we? There are wind things here. Not sure why they are doing that, but okay. Also, there's a back door. We can't... Are you serious? You can't go down there? Okay. Hi, boys. Do we really need a cutscene here? What is the point of this cutscene? Hi. Holy crap, she's on fire! All attacks unblockable, what does that mean?
You handled the guards well with your punching and kicking. I was going to make more of an explodey thing, but kicking worked well too.
Thanks, the exploding thing also worked well. Who are you?
I am Kang the Mad. I make things explode, and I make things fly, and I'm very good at both. The things I fly tend to survive. The things I explode, not so much.
You build flyers?
Do I build flyers? Do I build flyers? Yes. Have you heard differently? Fantastical things, but misused by Gao and his cohorts. I have saved the best for myself.
Good.
My greatest invention is in the launch room upstairs. Light and fast, she has weapons and capacity no other flyer does. The marvelous Dragonfly.
You built Gao a special flyer.
Under protest, Gao does not appreciate what I make. He misuses, and worse, he duplicates and diminishes their glory. Well, no more. The Dragonfly will not function.
Okay.
Gao wants to give my machine to the Lotus Assassins, but I stopped him. I hid the extraneous dust inductor where no one will find it. Try to fly without that.
Extraneous dust
But they
inductor.
can make a new inductor. It is extraneous after all.
Yes.
So, a few days ago, I blew up the inscrutable power source. Now the Dragonfly can only make short hops.
Will you help me against Gao and the Lotus Assassins?
Yes, yes, of course. What do you think I've been saying? You need to listen more carefully. If you stage a combat-related accident for Gao, like falling down a flight of punches, I'll replace the inductor on the Dragonfly and we can fly away. What do you say?
Sure. Sounds good. That sounds good.
You are sure to profit from this partnership. In fact, I've never accidentally exploded anyone traveling with me, so that alone is a benefit of my presence.
Awesome.
Anyway, you go ahead, and once all the kicking is done, I'll come along and we'll see what's what. For now, let me think. We'll need explosives that explode.
I have some questions.
Questions are good. It means the wheels are turning. But make it quick. I never let asking get in the way of doing.
Have you seen a young woman named Fuyao?
Is she one of the slaves? The slave breaker let a girl through this morning. I did not hear her name, but no one else has been brought by.
I have other
I
questions.
will restate and reiterate.
How did you come to be here?
Oh, that's a long story, from what I remember. Some experiments went wrong in my old workshop. The explosions. A few estates burned down. Some other things happened. Gao bribed some
Explosions.
officials just as I was about to be quartered by 5 horses. Or would that be quinted? Well, regardless, he brought me here to work for him.
Gao rescued you, but you want me to kill him.
Sure, he rescued me, but only to acquire my inventions and misuse them. You don't send dozens of flyers against pitiful villages. There's no elegance to a swarm. Just like you don't use explosives inspired by the great dragon to carve a treasure chamber. A menial use of power without even a decent crater to show for it.
Okay. If I use your invention or in treasure chamber.
Just next to the launch room. I don't know how you get in or out because it is, after all, behind a massive immobile door. I can think of one way to open it, but I don't have a lever long enough, so you'll have to use your head. Well, not literally.
If I use your invention wrong, you'll turn on me.
No. But if I offer advice, you should at least consider it. Gao ignores guidance. Listen to me, and I'll keep the marvelous Dragonfly the best flyer in the air.
Sure.
I will read.
Have you seen an old man named Master Li?
Master Li? No, I don't think so. Well, I'm not so good with names. Or faces. Dates are bad too. But I remember my own handiwork. Several older flyers stopped here briefly. They were full of Lotus assassins, and one big assassin in black armor who seemed to be in charge. Very big, unpleasant look on his mask. They had a prisoner with them, or so I heard, and they all seemed nervous about it. The flyers left for the Imperial City soon after. Does that help?
Yes, it does, thank you.
I will
Assassin Lim.
Oh, I would like to put something explodey in his food, just to see if it would make him blink, because that one has dead eyes, like he's missing something. Sometimes he is here, sometimes he is not. I don't know right now which is true. But I know he is dangerous. Very dangerous.
Right.
I will...
That's all. Goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. Go and leave me to think.
Alright, you can think. So do you have loot? Do you have loot? No. No. Oh, here we go. Inferior intimidation gem, which is basically crap. Your telescope points nowhere. Your telescope literally points nowhere. Alright, so the flyer is up here apparently. Bridge? Okay, so this is how we get back this way, right? So that's not actually a way down, that's just a rock. Okay, I see. So more enemies. Alright, and can't loot that barrel, and that background is... You can see the cylinder of cloud, look at that. You can see the cylindrical geometry, and those clouds are a moving texture that's pasted on the cylinder, you can see it. I don't know, it's so... It's not very sophisticated, let's just put it that way. Slick jam, alright. What is this? Oh hey boys.
Please don't burn me. I'll do anything you want.
Don't say that.
I'm sure you will, child. But deep inside you think you're not a slave. Only true pain will wash away these thoughts.
Now wait a minute. These slaves will be house servants. I will not have my guests served by a young woman with burns and marks on her face.
You can have your slaves when they're broken, not a moment before.
Help me, please.
You wandered into the wrong room, slave.
Oh, did I? No, I think this is the right room. You killed him. I've never seen such violence. You are a slave trader and you've never seen such violence. Are you kidding me?
Hey, I know you. Mother and I met you when we were trying to get out of Tian's Landing.
You should have stayed in Tian's Landing. Tian's Landing is doing quite well. Quiet girl, a slave doesn't speak unless spoken to. You should die. Don't speak to her like that. What? Why not? A slave has to know her place. If I'm going to have to train these slaves myself, I should get a discount.
I don't want to be a slave. I just want to get out of this place.
The girl is not for sale. Are you strong enough to fight for your freedom, Fuya? Gao is not selling these slaves now. The girl is not for sale. What? That is an outrage. Do you know how long I traveled to get here? Do you know how long I spent negotiating the purchase of these slaves? Get away from my daughter, you wretched man. You, what are you doing here? How did you get away from the guards? Why aren't you with the rest of the slaves? How can you not... How can this guy not know? I just killed the other people. How does he not know why the slaves are free? The guards are dead, Lum. The slaves are free, and more than a few of them are looking for you. You don't want them to find you. No, this can't be. I have to get out of here. Don't let them get away.
Sire yo woya.
Why'd you let him get away?
Thank
Thank you, my lady. I have my daughter back and we are free. If I had any type of reward to give you, it would be yours. Go back to Tian's Landing, you idiot. We will return to Tian's Landing and tell the entire town of your great deeds. I'm sure Minister Sheng will reward you for helping us. Go.
Owowo sun so anawa kawaras
Come, Fuya, let's go. The others are waiting for us. You're so stupid.
I'm glad you're safe, Mother.
These people are so stupid. We received Iron Pound the Forge. Oh, amazing.